almost a quarter of a century, I have worked in one of the most misunderstood industries in the world. And no, I'm not talking about the adult entertainment industry. So, my name is Solly, and I am a senior trainer in the nuclear power industry. But today, I will be your friendly neighborhood nuclear salesman. And I'm going to address your biggest yeah, but. Okay? First of all, yeah, but how about the safety record? Is it safe? The short answer is nuclear is safe. Did you know that more people die and get injured from car accidents, from falling off their beds, for taking selfies? Unfortunately, nuclear was conceived in secrecy and first revealed to the world in the horrors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And no matter how much we try to separate the peaceful use from the weapons, the connection is firmly embedded in our minds. Today I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why nuclear is safe. So first of all, we use a principle called defense in depth. So what does it mean? It means that we do not rely on one single thing to keep our people and our plants safe. Instead, we build layers of protection, both physical and procedural. Let me elaborate. We build our reactors with backups for the backups. We have identical copies for our critical equipment. So, if one fails, another one will automatically take over. In addition, we also build human layers of protection. So let's say the reactor just tripped, just like your house circuit breaker tripped for safety reason, right? We don't run around, okay, this guy is falling, let's get the reactor started again. No, it doesn't happen like that. We stop, we take a deep breath, and we hold a systematic, structured decision-making meeting. Now, in that meeting, we assign somebody to be a black hat, and their job is to challenge assumptions so that we don't fall into group thinking, so that we can decide the best path forward. Okay? Let me move on to the second reason why nuclear is safe. Because we learn from our mistakes and we share our lessons freely among ourselves. Why? Because we are hostages of each other. A nuclear accident in one part of the world could tarnish the reputation of the entire industry globally, right? Remember Fukushima? Shortly after, people were so scared that even Germany decided to shut down all their entire nuclear fleet. Compare that with the car industry. A few years ago, a famous car manufacturer had a sticking gas problem. I think that's pretty dangerous, don't you think? Did any of you stop driving that time? Did any of you say, forget about this whole car business, we should shut it down entirely? No. And at the same time, that manufacturer could not call their competitors asking for advice. Now, if this happens in nuclear, we could easily pick up the phone and call a friend for help, even if that friend is a competitor. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Third reason why nuclear is safe is because we are you. We live in your neighborhood. Our kids and your kids go to the same school. So you bet you want us to operate the reactor safely. How many of you feel safer about nuclear already? Okay, that's good. Let me move on to the second. Yeah, but how about the fuel waste? Isn't it dangerous? This is a replica of a nuclear fuel bundle, the most radioactive waste that we manage. Each bundle, the size of a fire log, can produce enough electricity for your house for a century. That is 100 years of power in a fire log. When this thing is used up in the reactor, we remove it and we store it safely under the water for 6 to 10 years to allow the radioactivity to decay. And you say, yeah, but how about the long-term solution? Don't worry, we figure it out. We store these safely underground 500 to 800 meters deep. This is deeper than the height of the CN Tower, which is the tallest freestanding structure in the Americas and the Western Hemisphere. This provides protection against climate change, natural disasters, as well as accidental human errors. We are the only industry that keep track of our fuel from cradle to grave. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Now, let me move on to the third and final. Yeah, but how about the cost? Is it going to hit my wallet very hard? At 10 cents per kilowatt hour, nuclear is cheaper than natural gas, then wind, and then solar. And currently, we are in the nuclear renaissance age, in which we are pursuing the small modular reactor and the micro reactor. Imagine a mini reactor in your own backyard. Small enough to be produced in a factory, small enough to be transported on the bed of a truck to wherever destination you need it. This promises an even cheaper construction because of a lower capital cost. Okay. So now let me turn the table. Let me ask you what I always ask my wife. Yeah, but how is life without nuclear? You like scrolling down on your favorite media, don't you? You like watching your favorite streaming videos, don't you? And now, how do you propose of supplying enough power for the growing demand of AI use, Bitcoin mining, and recharging your electrical vehicles? How do you propose of supplying the enormous power for achievable space travel, affordable vacation in the depth of the sea? How about quantum computing? With nuclear, this is possible. A 20 gram of uranium can produce 400 kilogram of energy equivalent to coal, cleanly. That is 6 times my body weight, right? So this is my final call to you. Stop being afraid of this wonderful technology. Buy into nuclear. Because with nuclear, the future is so bright, you need sunglasses.